Hey, fruity cutie with the booty. What's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and one of my fruity cuties sent me this gorgeous bouquet of flowers, which is just so nice. And look how beautiful it looks in the room. Ah, I can cry thinking about the fact that people like people make my life so much better and they're sending me flowers that don't make no sense because this person, she's inspired me so much. In fact, she has a YouTube channel. She just started her YouTube channel. It's called Boldly Raw. I'll try to leave the link below. But Boldly Raw, if you're watching this, Salima, leave your link below. Everybody go follow her. Everybody go follow her. If you don't follow her, I'm blocking your ass. Bye. Okay, so let's start the video. Now, we're going to explain the difference between healthy food, processed foods, and ultra processed foods. Or how about we do raw, healthy, processed, ultra processed. Okay, raw. Okay, well, technically, anything that is 118 degrees or less is considered raw. So if you really want to get crazy, yeah, sushi is considered raw. Of course, fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds. Heads up, cashews must be heated. A lot of nuts must be heated to be extracted, so they're not actually raw. And I've never seen a raw cashew in a store. It's not possible. You're gonna have to literally like go to Hawaii and go to the factory and like that's the only way to get raw nuts. Like you it's really really expensive and it's really not possible to find them in a package in a store or even on Amazon or online. So technically, there's a lot of like non-raw nuts that are being called raw. Okay, oil is never really raw, so they call oil raw, but it's not. But you're always safe with. Oh, sorry, my alarm went off. I'm doing laundry. You're always safe with fruit and vegetables that are fresh. Okay, nuts and seeds are kind of, the almond butters and stuff. They're kind of like on the borderline. Okay, healthy. Totally different. Healthy. Now, is sushi healthy? No, but it's raw. Mm. Is cacao healthy? No, but it's raw. Ooh, so you see, raw isn't always law. Raw isn't always like I was fucking duped. Trust me. I went raw in 2011. I thought I was the shit. I was eating lots of cacao, lots of cashews, lots of almond butter, cashew butter. Oh my God. Lots of agave, which is not raw, maple syrup, which is not raw. These things have to be heated, right? So, okay, not only are they not raw, they're not healthy either. So then I started realizing, oh, I'm being scammed here because I don't actually want to be 100% raw. I want to be 100% healthy. So what I do now, and it took me like 6 or 7 years to finally learn the difference between raw and healthy. Okay, so hear me out. A mango, a watermelon, grapes, these are all raw and healthy. So now I eat things from the raw and healthy category. I don't eat oil, which can be considered raw, even though it's not raw. It will say raw on it. It's not healthy. So I don't consume raw oil. Cacao, I don't consume raw cacao. I don't consume agave. Personally, I really stay away from agave because it makes my skin break out. I don't normally consume maple syrup, but I'll have it once in a while if I want. Um, because, fuck that. Okay, so if I want maple syrup, I'll have it. But normally, I'm not really consuming things that are not in the healthy category. I don't really consider maple syrup healthy. Is it healthier than aspartame? Fucking duh. So, like, I'll have maple syrup once in a while as like a treat food. But is it a health food? Not really. In the healthy food category that's also raw, I really only consider fruit and vegetables in that category. Let's just be honest. So every day I do consider, I do have seeds, which supposedly are raw, hemp seeds and sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. But like, who knows? I wasn't picking them in the field. I don't know where they came from. I know that our world is fucked and I'm trying the best and doing the best I can with what I have, and that's good enough. So I like to stick to lots of fruit, have some vegetables at night in a salad, and then with a nice dressing with nuts or seeds. And that's the way I feel the best, and that's the way I've been getting the results that I'm getting. Cleared my skin, healed my leaky gut, which I didn't know I had leaky gut, but I just filmed a video the other second the other day, but I just filmed it 2 seconds ago. And I realized I did have leaky gut about 15 years ago. So I healed that, lost the weight, got rid of my migraine headaches, got rid of all my health issues. So, yeah, I definitely don't think you need to be perfect, but let's move down the line. So we got raw, we got healthy. Now, there's some things that are not raw that are definitely healthy. Sweet potatoes are definitely healthy. You can eat them cooked or steamed or baked or whatever. Um, what are some other things that I consider healthy that are not raw? Things like frozen fruit and vegetables. Apparently, they're blanched. Um, every time I say blanched, I think of the Golden Girls. Okay, so apparently they are blanched, and I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fruit. So yes, frozen fruit and vegetables I consume. Yeah, often. Like peas. I like green peas in my salad, and I'll put them on the stove, or sometimes I'll take them out in the morning and they'll be defrosted by the end of the day. But like, I don't really even care because I know they're blanched. So sometimes I'll just take them out, put them on the stove, heat up some water, or put them in a steamer, steam them, throw them in my salad. Sometimes I haven't done this in years, but back in the day, when I used to live in New York, I was raw for 9 years in New York City, and I used to steam some kale sometimes, put it in my salad when I wanted something warm. That's super healthy. A baked apple, baked bananas, steamed bananas. These are things that I consider healthy that are not raw. In fact, every fruit and vegetable, baked or steamed or boiled, I consider that healthy. I do. So sue me if you don't. Personally, I don't cook because I'm just lazy and I like eating simple things. I like my really delicious salads. I'm going to have a taco salad tonight, actually. And it's just so simple and easy. But if I want to, trust me, I will cook fruit and vegetables. I don't have a problem with it. No salt, no oil. Now, let's move on to the more deviant category, the very confusing category of processed foods. Okay, now we all know what an ultra processed food is, right? Easy. Frosted Flakes, Pop Tarts, M&M, Skittles. Duh. Everybody knows that. The processed food category is where I'm finding a lot of issues with my clients. For example, they will go to the store and they will see chickpea pasta, and the pasta only has one ingredient, chickpeas, and they'll buy it thinking that it's a whole food. Mm-mm. Just because it's sold at Whole Foods, don't mean it's a Whole Foods, boo. Just calm your ass. A whole food is something that you eat in its whole natural form. If you want some chickpeas, I don't mind, but you're going to have to buy the chickpeas. If you want chickpea pasta, again, I don't mind. It's your body, it's your life, but now you're eating a processed food. And you might say, oh, now you're getting crazy, Jeanette. I've been crazy. Where you been? And you crazy too. That's why you found me. Like, you think that we normal here? Normal is fat, sick, and nearly dead. So, like, pick your battle. Like, pick your side. You can't have one foot in crazy and one foot out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be fully crazy to be healthy. So I've accepted it. Look at the fucking room, you know? I got books on being crazy. Check my books out on Amazon now. Raw Vegan Excuses. I'll leave the link below. So yeah, I just really want you to understand that a processed food is not a whole food. Chickpea pasta with the one ingredient of chickpeas is a processed food because you're never going to go into nature and see a pasta tree. No, that was made in a factory. And by the way, I know you're a nice person and you would never lie, but the problem is companies don't actually have morals and values. And the truth is, and I hate to tell you this, but somebody needs to. I used to work in the food industry from 2012 until 2020. Personally, I worked for 2 raw vegan food establishments. So I was in the healthier food industry. And I've worked at Joe and the Juice here in Florida for like a few months just for fun. Because there's a Joe and the Juice across from my house. So I was like, fuck it, let me work there. Now, I've worked at 3 raw vegan establishments, and all 3 had secret things that they did that they didn't tell their customers. So, like, I know that you would never do this. I know you would never lie or deceive anyone, but the reality is that companies don't actually give a shit about you, and they don't actually have to put on the labels what's in the products. And I know that sounds crazy to you, but you haven't worked in the food industry clearly, because if you have, then you would know that the FDA allows a certain percentage of ingredients in products, and you don't have to fucking put it on the ingredients. Why you think I eat raw? No, I'm not being scammed. I'm not being duped. I'm not being made to look stupid. Okay? I cannot believe that's legal, but I know it's legal. I know it. So let me give you an example. And Joe and the Juice, if they sue me, then I'm going to start a GoFundMe because fuck it. When I worked for Joe and the Juice, they made me put a little bit of olive oil into the juices. Here's what I would do, okay? We would juice the juice, like say you ordered an apple, celery, cucumber, ginger, lemon juice. I would put all that ingredients in the juicer. Then they wanted me, the juice would come out, and instead of putting it into a cup, it would come into the blender, right? So we'd catch the juice into a blender. Then we'd put the blender on the, motor, the base of the blender. Then we squeezed in a little bit of oil, and it was not organic, and it said olive oil. Who even knows if it was actually olive oil? I think it was, but anyway, yeah, non-organic GMO olive oil with lots of pesticides and all fucking nasty shit in there. And we would blend it, and then we would take ice from tap water, we'd put it in a cup, we'd pour the juice over it, we'd put it on, and then we'd charge the customer 13, 15, $16 for this juice. The juice there is not organic, and the oil is definitely not organic, and that's not in the ingredients. You order a juice. Working at that place changed my life because you order a juice, you think you're getting just that juice: celery, apple, cucumber, ginger, lemon. No, you're getting that juice plus olive oil. Well, what if I was allergic to olive oil? They don't give a fuck. And then technically I left because I was going to get fired because they kept catching me like pretending to put the oil in, but I didn't. And don't tell them I told you this because it's not like I probably signed a paper that I'm not allowed to say it as an employee. But that's the damn truth. That's what's going on out there. And you need to know. Like, you need to know. So basically, now that you know, if you go to Joe and the Juice, say, could I have it without oil? And the reason they told us to do that is so that the colors of the juice don't separate as fast. Because, like right now, my juice is sitting here and it's separating. And like they wanted, oil helps the colors not to separate as fast. This is why I want to open my own restaurant. It's going to be called Fruit is Life. It's going to be all fruit. It's going to be amazing, high quality, and we're going to have integrity. And every single person that works there is going to have integrity. And every single recipe is going to have integrity. And it's going to be 100% raw fruit, 100% organic. And it's going to be a place where I can feel safe eating because I don't feel safe eating anywhere, honestly. Ever since being in the food industry, and there's so many more stories I could tell you from, my days in New York. But let's not. I don't want anyone to sue me, but it's really sad. Places say they're organic and they're not organic. I've definitely experienced that a lot in my, in my work in the industry. And yeah, I just told you that to let you know that the chickpea pasta, okay, it could have other things in it, and we don't even know. Flavorings and pig intestines. We don't fucking know what's in there. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to scare you. Stop eating processed foods. You want chickpeas? Go get your ass some chickpeas. Chickpeas are super healthy. If you feel good when you eat beans, then eat beans. Legumes, beans. You want to eat sweet potatoes? You want to have white potatoes? You want to have sunchokes? I don't fucking know. Fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. You want to throw in legumes and the chickpeas and the black beans and stuff. Boo, that's super healthy because you can recognize it in nature. I'm so sick and tired of people buying things that look healthy and they not at all like found in nature. Let me give you another example. I'm sorry, you're going to kill me for this. I know you're going to kill me for this. The wraps and stuff. Like, people will buy these coconut wraps and these like you if you make your own wrap, that's great. But if you buy it in the store, like it cannot be healthy because let me tell you why. Anything that's fresh, anything that's alive, anything that's really raw, it's going to go bad really quickly. It cannot have an expiration date of a year, 2 years, 3 years. So all these things that are raw that are sitting in the store, these cookies and these raw vegan chocolate like bars and stuff and even the nut butters. If you're going to have nut butter like almond butter or cashew butter or peanut butter even, have it fresh. Go to Sprouts, go to Whole Foods, spend $8 million or just get a little tub of it and get it freshly made from those machines because the nuts and the seeds in the nut butter are rancid nuts that they cannot sell. These are the nuts that are so fungus ridden. They have so much fungus on them that they can't sell them. So they mix it with some good nuts so you don't see them in the fucking giant nut butter fucking factory. Like, you can't trust the food industry. Why do you think you can? Fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And when I say nuts and seeds, in their whole form, too. You can't trust almond butters and nut butter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And all the juices that are in the store that look like they're just the juice, they're pasteurized. They're either, pasteurized with heat or they're pasteurized with pressure. They're under HPP, high pressure pasteurization. If you'd like a video on that, let me know because, I have a lot of information. I worked in the juice industry for almost 10 years. So that's why I have a lot of experience talking to people that have been doing juice cleanses. Like, no, I don't think, I'm just going to put this out there. I don't think any other raw vegan on the internet has spoken to as many people that have done juice cleanses as me. Seriously, because I've been speaking to people since 2012. Since 2012, people have been coming into my store in New York and asking me their, advice on a juice cleanse. Can I pick out juices for them? Can I recommend a juice cleanse for them? One to, I used to sell, we got commission on these juice cleanses. So I used to sell 3-day cleanses, 5-day cleanses, 7-day cleanses. And like, they would come back and they broke the cleanse and they want to do it again and again and again. And I finally realized, oh my God, people are not getting healthy by doing these because they're falling off, they're starving, they're miserable, and they're going to pleasurable things like the donuts and the bagels and the cookies and the bread and the pasta and all these things. And they think it's like normal that like you just, okay, you fall off and then you come back on. I'm going to go after this, but I heard an interview the other day, and I'm not going to say who. If you guess down below, I'll let you know if you guess right. But I heard an interview the other day where the guy said to the interviewer, he's raw, and he was like, it's normal to fall off. It's totally normal to have fun with your friends. You go on vacation, you fall off, you eat cooked food, or you eat crappy food. No, remember, normal means fat, sick, and nearly dead. It's not normal to not eat healthy food unless you are starving or suffering or miserable eating raw or healthy food. And then, of course, it's normal to fall off. So that, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is his normal. But see, I don't want to be normal. I want to be extraordinary. I want to have an amazing life. I want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to not struggle with food anymore. I don't want to have any food guilt. I don't want to have any cravings for unhealthy food. I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to have diseases in my body. I don't want to be on that up and down yo-yo dieting shit. Never again. I don't want to count my calories. I don't want to be on a diet ever again. So that's why I do the raw food diet the way I do it, which is I enjoy it every single day. And why would I want to fall? Why would I want to fall off? Why would I want to eat processed foods when I'm eating delicious, amazing raw foods that are also healthy and making me feel good and also giving me lots of pleasure? It don't make sense, but hey, I make dollars around here. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested in connecting with me more, I'll leave some links below. Love you guys. Bye. Awa! You want to film with me? Yes?